Good afternoon, traders. It is Tuesday, January 30th, 2024, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Looking at the Dow here, it had a respectable day. It opened unchanged, kept moving up nice and steady, ended up closing up a respectable 134 points. We didn't just have a respectable day, we had an extraordinary day today. Unbelievable. Earlier this morning, we closed out $103,000. You heard that right, $103,000 in 16 positions. And that's the good news. The bad news, not too bad, but we are carrying negative $34,000 in 4 positions going into tomorrow. And so I'm going to show you 2 trades. The first is what I would call a combination of the best and the worst, and that is RVSN, which is Rail Vision Ltd. And we had bought this yesterday, first hour or so. It had closed against us yesterday, and then this morning, this huge gap up, and we got out right there and made, closed out positive $32,000 in Rail Vision Ltd. The problem we had is you can probably just barely see it there, but we re-entered that trade 10 minutes after we got out with all those profits. And we're re-entering near the top, and it basically held together for about an hour, and then it started falling way down to there. Excuse me. And we are carrying negative $29,000 in Rail Vision. So we closed out positive $32,000 in Rail Vision, and we're carrying negative $29,000. That kind of hurts, but it doesn't hurt too bad when you've already closed out $103,000 earlier in the day. Looks to me like we're about $75,000 positive, and this trade isn't closed. This crazy thing could actually gap up and be positive tomorrow. It's just been up and down, just a wild stock. The next trade I gotta show you is gotta be one of my favorite of all time now. We're looking at NEXI, I call it Nexi, and it's Nex Immune Incorporated. And we bought this today, about the second hour or so, and it just was screaming, and it hit its 40% up here. I've talked about this 40% exit before, and so this became a day trade. We probably weren't into this more than an hour, but we took out positive $59,000 out of Nexi. And unlike Rail Vision, we didn't get re-entered up here. So as Nexi fell down to almost where we bought it, we were not losing any money. So our exit here, this 40% profit, was absolutely perfect. And I got to tell you another thing about Nexi and why it's my favorite stock right now. This was actually our third 40% trade in Nexi. On January 9th, we took another $50,000 on a 40% trade. And yesterday, we had a second Nexi 40% trade and made $22,000 on it. And then today, we made another $59,000. So total that all up, we have 3 40% trades in Nexi totaling $131,000 in the month of January. Unbelievable. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We make 70% of our profits on only 5% of our trades. And this stock, it gets the prize for the month of January, no doubt about it. Anyway, great day. We'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday.